Everybody hit your guidance on all your devices here.
They gotta put the guidance on top.
Here we go, skid. Peaceful greetings to you all. Peaceful greetings. Namaste. Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at northwest of Mexico. And I'm here with my magnificent bros.
Brother Sean Alim L. All is well.
All is well.
All is well, Brother Benjamin Bey. How you doing?
Brother Benjamin Bey. Islam, guys, and we have a very special guest with us today on our Impromptu Improv, guys. It's AstroCivics, and then you see the rest of the title, right? But I don't want to say the brother's appellation just yet. This brother has, from my comprehension, since I've declared and proclaimed my nationality, this brother's taking nationality and birthrights seriously before myself and my patrilineal grandmother had took me through it, which is where we have something in common there, where he'll even give a bit of his story about his connection and declaring and proclaiming his nationality with his grandmother also. However, I've seen his brother, just to highlight a few points. He had a blog talk radio presentation called the Amazight Bey Show. He is also, from my experience, after declaring and proclaiming my nationality, he's the first person that I ever seen bring to the public Richard Smith, the author pertaining to Moor, the Mason, and the Alien. And also, Brother Amazight Bey has invited me to a meeting a few cycles ago, maybe about 14, somewhere between 14 and 21 days ago. Brother Amazight Bey is also the first. This is history in the making, y'all. He's the first NFT parcel owner in the metaverse, in the Matrix 5, Metaverse 5. All righty, that is supported and put up there by our beloved brother. I'll say Morpheus L for now. I'll let Brother Amazight reveal more about that with other things. All right. So with that being said, let's give a huge 7 Hills Star Astrology firm welcome to Brother Amazight Bey.
There it goes.
Right? Brother Amazight is on to you more.
Islam, man. How everybody doing, man? First of all, shout out to the other brothers, the brothers that's on the panel. Shout out to everything y'all doing. Shout out to the Aboriginal Indigenous people. Shout out to Noble Jew Ali. Shout out to all the mothers and all the people that come in contact with these contents. If you watching this for the first time, or you follow, or you a fan, or you're a supporter, keep supporting these brothers. Keep supporting these sisters that assist them. And all I can say is just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm Amazight Bey. I'm the worst speaker and the worst entertainer. I would only speak truth.
Islam. So, Brother Amazight, with that being said, right, I guess I just want to cut into just a little bit of the history. Could you give them the history of your appellation as far as Amazight? Is an amazing story behind it. All right. I know I've heard the story behind it, but just to give them here at Impromptu Improv for our 7 Hills Star presentation, could you give them a bit of insight on what it is as far as your experience with the appellation Amazight, Islam?
Well, Amazight, Amazight is basically, it means free people. It also means noble. So Moors, that's not, I want to say, a little study more than other Moors realize that sometimes we cast spells. So Amazight, whether a colonist or European or somebody that's not conscious or conscious, they know exactly what that means. It means free people. It means noble. Also, there's a language that us Moors spoke, and it was Tamazite. And then there's some people called Amazight. So basically, Amazight, in that language, when I write it, when you speak it, or anybody speak it or think it, it already puts in his proper jurisdiction, prophet title as noble, free person. It's however you think about it, say it, write it down, it's already invoked. So it's kind of like a cheat code for me. if you understand spiritual and the intent, it's kind of like a cheat code because you already invoked in free person, like what's the guy, this actor, Morgan Freeman. So when you say Morgan Freeman, it's already letting you know, like, this is not a slave, this is a free man. It's in your head. You can forget about that guy, and when you see that guy 10, 20 years ago from now, that's Morgan Freeman. That's a free man. So basically, that's what it is. So it's Amazight Bey. Ramundus means protector of women and children. That's basically what it means. It also means Ray. Ray is in there, is Ra. And Ra and Ray is Bey, B-E-Y. So Amazight Bey. Bey means law enforcer. So Amazight Bey. So that's a quick, I don't want to be long-winded with that. So,
Perfect, actually. I think that was concise. It wasn't long at all. That was perfect, bro.
Okay.
Well, it's a segue to the next one then. For what I see is the next most important. I think I'm doing the timeline right here as far as my experience, as far as highlights. I will say that one of the biggest highlights for me personally was when you had did back in 2016 near the Pittsburgh Corporation, Pennsylvania Commonwealth, you had held a convention for active Moors, where, there was some assistance with some Moors that, are not with us today as far as activity. They've chosen other paths. We'll just say it like that. However, our good brother at Canaan Land, alrighty, brother Cujo Adwo El, Grand Sheik at Canaan Land, for the subordinate temple number 5 at Canaan Land, we were all able to, you were so gracious in hosting us in your home. You know what I'm saying? Where we got to actually experience. I mean, y'all don't know this, but I'm gonna keep it a whole bag. There was this ice cream shop just like a half a block from Brother Amazight's door, right?
Yeah.
See, he's laughing, but I'm trying to tell you, man. You look at some of these videos back on Facebook, even when I had Brother Cujo and nephew Soldier Bey, right? Brother Amazight's Joy, brother Soldier, right? So, and it's like, we out there filming out front of the ice cream shop, and the owner of the ice cream shop was giving every Moor anything they want, nothing out the pocket, because there's the relationship that Amazight had established there with this particular ice cream shop. I think near the corporation is called Mount Washington, near the Pittsburgh Corporation. And this particular ice cream shop owner literally came out and said, I'm a Moor subject under Mohammedan law.
Yeah,
that's how he would introduce himself to us. Yeah. I'm a Moor subject under Mohammedan law. What would you like? Happily give everybody ice cream here. I'm like, I don't even eat ice cream, but okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I take a brownie or something, you know what I mean? Something. But yeah, man, that was one of those experiences that I want to put out there, man. I'm trying to think of the other highlights in order. That was definitely a major highlight. And that was your second convention. Because if I'm not mistaken, you did one earlier that year in July.
Yeah, I did.
Pittsburgh.
I did. I think I did three total. I mean, I did other ones, but convention. It was about 3 of them. Yeah, and that neighborhood you spoke of, man. You already saw when y'all came now. The whole neighborhood, was embracing it. It was like, hey, I'm under Moorish law. I mean, that guy that you were talking about. Next door was a coffee shop, a cleaners, and then the ice cream store. They owned all 3 of them. So
wow,
they basically opened the door, and I would go there every day, and I would educate him. And because when I first met him, he was like, "What's up with you?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Man, I see how the police, they come up here, they wave to you, ask you how you doing, like, I see you with your son. They're like, what's up with you?" And I told him, and he was like, man, we need to have a conversation because I got grandchildren and I don't believe in all that foolishness. Can you educate me? Because his wife, I used to go up in there like every other day, and darn it, forgive me, pardon me.
Indeed, take your time.
I used to go up in there every day. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I used to go up in there every day, to get some coffee, or just, I don't know, right before my son, because my door was like literally right there, right before he'd get up, I just go up in there, get some coffee or whatever. And we built this relationship. And he was like, well, I'm Coasian. So he was like, well, what that makes me? And I was like, you're a Coasian. He was like, well, I'm a Coasian American under Moorish law, but I'm a Moorish subject. And I was like, yeah, basically that's what it is. And he was like, man, I've been know about it, but I didn't really understand it, you know, the way you brought it to my attention. And when that happened, everybody in the neighborhood would come to that coffee shop. Now, they had a bakery down the street.
Yeah.
But everybody would come to that coffee shop. So the medium for the community, you know what I'm saying, was the coffee shop. And that spread it once they introduced through him, it was like, whatever you want. Like, whatever I wanted. And you saw that, and the Moor saw that, embraced that. Every store. And we talking about where I stayed at. I stayed on Sycamore. The streets was Sycamore and Shallow Street. And this place we talking about is next to, is the Keys Bank, and then it's the coffee shop, right? And right across from that is the Red Beer. Now, I'm saying these names of these businesses, if you do the research,
to see where Brother Amazight was and how them people was like, Moors are here. Yes, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right. I mean, when I say everything was right there, literally, everything was right there. Grocery store, CVS, 2 restaurants, bakery, barbershop, car wash, funeral home, library, transportation. Downtown was 5 minutes there, literally. And me and my son, and we went on a journey anyway, around quote unquote North America, South America. We went on foot, and we would move in different locations. Well, that's where we wind up staying the most, at that location, and it was so respected. I didn't have to pay use any Federal Reserve for years for either rent, lights, water, medical, pretty much nothing. And the only time I used the rent is when it was questioned about my descendant, and I quickly handled that. But other than that, I didn't use any rents. So, and the reason why I bring that up, because I see a lot of people like, oh, you don't have to pay bills. There's a coupon. Go ahead and do this and go ahead and do that. That's what's going on. And sometimes that's not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? If you have good intent, and good intention, your ancestors or other Moors that come to assist you on your way, or it'll just work in your favor. You know, not all the time. I'm like 4 years, no bills that I had to pay personally. And I showed the Moors when I got there. I showed them that one case, and I showed some Moors like, hey, look, I'm getting medical and I'm getting assistance, but I wasn't getting assistance as a Black person. I was getting assistance as being Aboriginal and Indigenous, and they have to take care of us and provide these remedies for the circumstance that we was in. So it wasn't like everybody else, well, you seeking a benefit or that ain't this, that ain't that. No, it actually, all I did was use the rights of Indigenous people.
Yeah, Article 24. Article 24. Let me see if I can bring that up while you're talking. Go right ahead. Let's see if I can bring that up. I just wanted the people to see a screen of the clock right now, and you're talking during this Saturn-Sun conjunction. Saturn's right here, Kazemi, the sun, right in the heart of it. So we're definitely enjoying this, bro. And you're just coming off of your your solar return. So that's why I, purposely elected for you to come on today, because this is just perfect, where people can really get the essentials when it comes to where we've been, what we've done, the history of, you and I, up to now. So I yield to you. I'll bring up Article 24 of the United Nations Declarations of the Rights of Indigenous People. I yield. Islam.
All right. Yeah. So that's all I used at that time. I was reaching out to a lot of elders. A lot of elders I worked with in private. And one was Jonathan Bey from Moor's Directory. That's one of them. The other one
Shout out
was
to Brother Jonathan.
Yeah. The other one was Cujo, Taj, Samurai Bey,
Rose,
RV Bey, Sister Anna Ill, Sister Delilah, and some that doesn't want to be named at this time.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna. I had to do the work. I mean, I still do the work, but at that time, my thing was, I'm like, well, what would move the Moorish Divine National Movement? I'm saying, because everybody talking about demonstration, but I don't know if they're doing it for gain, they doing it for games, or they think it's I guess a Hollywood theme or whatever. I didn't do it for finance. I did it for the nation. I did it for other Moors to give them strength. I mean, I used to go to CVS and use my nationality card. I even use meeting spaces that cost a lot of money, a lot of fiat, and I got it for free under the Moorish Divine National Movement. The people like, you can use this whenever you want. I even got this book that's called The Moorish Empire, and if you look it up, I forgot the exact name. I probably had to Google it, but it's the history of the Moorish Empire, and this book called 1700 for the volume for one. I think it's for one book or the whole set is 1700.
Yeah, three of them 1700 when I saw it that time. Yeah, the Moors.
Yeah. It was 1700, and I did this, and I went all around the world, and I did these things to show Moors. I even got on the train with it. I got on the plane with it, to show Moors that, hey, you can use your nationality. You might have some pushback or whatever, but this is a real thing. And on my journey, I went to the law library. I went to Library of Congress. I went to Mason's library. I got some of that content coming out. I went to the lodges. I went to other country, what do you call these things? They call them embassies in their law library to look to see, like, is this what I'm looking at? Is we looking at the same thing? So on that journey, I basically said, what can I do to move the movement? So I kind of went digital. I used to do lives. I did the Amazight Bey show on Blog Talk Radio. I did live on Hangwood, liveme.com.
Hold on, stop it there. Stop right there, Live Me. Live Me is the first time I ever seen people send like NFT-based gifts. Like, you were doing this back in 2016. Like, you were doing live me's, you were sharing about nationality and birthrights, and was giving out like prizes and gifts, and people would send you prizes and gifts, to the reason why Musically, which is now called TikTok, is even doing that. Because live me is, and I gotta admit, I didn't see it's a lot of firsts I saw with you, Amazight. So I didn't even comprehend it. You was like, yo, you gotta get with the live me. I'm like, I gotta go study. I don't get it.
Yeah,
and you were doing it like you kind of were like one of the trailblazers for this whole, going live and streaming, where it's like most people just looked at it as like people that are gamers that do that, and they're playing their video game while they're on like Twitch or Live Me or any of these other Discord or whatever, seem like these gamer-based type, social media platforms. However, you were actually making a game out of teaching people nationality and birthrights, giving prizes if they answered correctly, things like that on Live Me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to point out about what I saw. I yield though, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, I did that, man, because I back in the day, we was called broadcasters. At that time, when it went from broadcasters to live streamers to YouTubers, now it's content creators. But back in the day, it was called Broadcasters. And back in the day, the first broadcasting app with pictures and videos like this type of stuff was on an app called oh my God, what's the name of this app, man?
It's not live.me?
No, Live.me was that it was, but this app had no gifts. It was no Tiny Chat. It was called Tiny Chat.
Tiny Chat. Okay, got
and
you.
Tiny Chat was a spin-off of I'm gonna take you back. I ain't gonna stay too long, but if you know about party lines, if anybody know about party lines, you would get on the phone and you would socialize, and there's different rooms on the phone, and you would go introduce people, find people, meet them. Well, this app called Tiny Chat, and then they had America Online, right? So I'm telling you, like, I was way back then dreaming about opportunities like this to get the information out to the people. And it's like some people don't understand and understand the technology part of it, the tool. All these things are tools, right? It's like, well, I don't want to be a carpenter, but if you got a hammer, if you got to put something on a wall and it requires you a nail, then you have to use a tool, right? So some people be like, well, I don't want to do it, but you got to hang it on the wall, so you got to use that tool, whether you want it or not. How you gonna hang it on the wall without using a tool? So back then, these apps was created, and then I went from a big app called Meerkat. They were in between Meerkat and Hangwood. So Hangwood was an app that they paid you with tips. But prior to that, before Hangwood, I would receive broadcaster would receive fan mails through P.O. Box, and we would get PayPal, excuse me, or cash donations. So when Live.me came on now, I'm the pioneer of liveme.com. Live.me took it a step further, and they introduced gifts. That means you could be on the screen and have your content, whatever your content is, and people, if they like your content, they would give you gifts, virtual NFTs, virtual gifts. And I was successful over that. And prior to doing that, it was always Amazight Bey. And then I say, well, people really don't like the Amazight Bey. And what I mean is, I don't really care if people like it, but I understand the tool. So I say, you know what? Since they're giving out virtual gifts, I'm gonna need a squad. I'm gonna need a group of people that's gonna support me no matter what. And people see that support, and I can help these people get where they need to go. And it's a support system to keep it going on. So I created, and I wanted to break the barrier. So every now and then I wore fezzes, I still do, but I wear turbans, and I created Royal Gang. Royal Gang as a company as a whole. So Live.me I'm the first person on any social media to have an app, a platform to actually put my nationality on a profile. That means I didn't put it, I can't edit it. The app actually edited. It'll say Moorish American. It'll say nationality, Moorish American. And that's because I enforce the law, like Prophet Noble Joe Ali instructed us. And in every app, if you read the fine prints, it says it can't discriminate against race, creed, or national origin, right? Or family status. So I'm like, I need that for a tool now. I'm gonna keep stressing tool this whole day, because I realize the information that we speak can be shadow banned. So how do I make it catch-22, right? Catch-22. So when they asked me, they was like, before they put it on a profile, they was like, what is a Moor? And I showed them, I sent them the rights of indigenous people, right?
Which is right here on the screen, because I want to go take it down to Article 24 when you was talking about they basically supposed to, I think it's on page 20 in the PDF. Right, and I'll just cue 24. But go ahead, do your thing. I'll just cue it so it can be seen. But continue what you're saying.
It's 24, and there's another article up, and I can't think of it. It says that the indigenous people have the right to media, access to media, and we supposed to be able to use media, right, in the likeness and the tradition of our ancestors' cultures, right? And also, we supposed to be allowed access to the media. So when I sent that in, it was like, whoa, you're right. I'm like, well, your guideline says that. Because at that time, when they was doing this, they was like, what do you want on your profile? You the pioneer the app. You I'm a big time in the streaming world. I'm a big thing, a celebrity or whatever in the streaming world, whatever. I'm just a more that just use the tools. So
is it this one right here, beloved brother? Is it Article 16?
Let me see. Indigenous people have the right to establish their own. Yeah, that's what I said there. Indigenous people have the right to establish their own media in their own language and to have access to to have access to all forms of non-indigenous media without discrimination. That's what I sent them. That's what I sent an app, a multi-billion-dollar app. I said that, and I explained to them what a Moor was, and they just put it on my profile. There's no other Moor that I know. And some people might say that's not a big thing. That really is a big thing because, for one, I just declare my nationality all over again.
Again,
right?
Yes,
right.
Islam.
Number two, it's actually stamped on a record. It's a record. It's a record. Number three, I just opened the door for any Aboriginal indigenous people or more to talk about what they want to talk about on that platform or use that for any other cases prior for the nation. That's why I did it. So they couldn't shadow ban me for talking about I'm a Moor on that particular platform, because on that platform, it works like this. They don't care what the hell you saying, as long as you bringing them dollars and them followers in. So I was always the first. I had to be the best. I had to draw the most people in. So that way, I'm doing the requirement as a broadcaster, as a live streamer, because I was contracted too. They can't find me. I didn't come find them. They asked me to get on this platform. And it's like, okay, I have to get followers and I have to get a certain amount of gifts every day prior to my content. So that means you made you a superstar on that app if you can do both. Because you could just be one, but then nobody come to see you, nobody come to spend. And that app, people would spend 50 grand in fiat every 5 minutes at that peak of that app. Like literally, like still to the day, that's the most expensive app that transferred gifts. And people would cash out. People don't borrow houses. People don't started businesses. People don't start a relationship from that type of stuff. But the main thing was I came on just like I went on any other platform. I'm a Moor. This is what it is. And I use their jurisdiction, their politics to enforce law. And that's basically what I did for them platforms. And then other platforms follow that, like Hasan said, TikTok, Facebook tried it for a minute and they didn't do it. They got other apps called Uscreen. Tag does it. Tag used to be a dating site back in the day. Tag does it now. All these platforms follow behind LiveMe, and then LiveMe see what other platforms do and they just grab it up. So basically what I'm saying is I created Royal Gang just to dispense the information. And when I'm saying tools, I'm talking about tools. Some Moors was like, when I was a sign, I'm like, look, you're a content creator. You know, I went to a lot of Moors. I'm like, look, get behind this. You get your information out. A shout out to Cosmo. He came on there too. And I did an interview with Cujo from Candyland Moors. And it's just, it's kind of like I did it. I was successful because I got it. I got it. I used both of them. I ain't just like I'm a Moor. I'm gonna just drill this. No, I had to be a part of the community. So that means the community culture is getting lit. That means dropping gifts, getting gifts, be the best, get the most followers, and then your content. You know what I'm saying? So that was my contribute to the nation at that time to get people to declare their nationality and learn about like what a Moor is. Because every time they saw it, they was like, "Oh, that's religion, that's this." And when they saw me, they was like, "Oh, you different." Like, you know, it forces people to think about what they did for as their education moving forward and evolving. So that's what I did with the live stream. That's always what I've been about. I've been about using information technology and tools to get the information out there to move the movement in a positive way and just be a chain in the link. I'm just a Moor that's about that work. That's all. I'm not no Hollywood Moor or whatever. I did some Hollywood so-called things that I did. I went on C-SPAN. This app is international.
Hey man, hold on. I'm about to get them that. Hold on, don't give them the C-SPAN stuff yet. Hold on. Time out. But that's coming up next. I got that queued already. I'm gonna bring up the C-SPAN joint. However, I did want you to, not to cut your wisdom, but I wanted you to add to what you had said previously about how, you know, you're not seeking any benefit. You guarantee that you know what a trust is, what trust practices are. And usually in trust practices, you don't seek any 14th Amendment benefits. However, when it comes to you declaring and proclaiming your nationality, you know how to enforce the law as far as the Bill of Rights here on this land for the supreme law of the land, according to Article 6 when enforcing treaties. And it will lead you here as well to Article 24. Can you read this for us, Brother Amazight, to show how you were able to get things for you and your loved ones without capitulating, having to be a 14th Amendment citizen, but still being yourself, being Moorish American, being a Al Moroccan national and Al Moroccan descendant, manifested here on American soil? Can you read this for us?
Sure. It says indigenous people have the right to their traditional hold on.
Medicine. You good.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh man, I just lost the screen. Give me a second. I don't know what's going on with this.
You got it on your computer? It should show on your computer too.
Yeah, nah, that's this. I gotta get used to this. This is the first time I used the what do you call this? USB mouse.
Got you.
Trying to get the hang of it. So Disney people have the right to their traditional medicines and maintain their health practice, including the conservation of their vital medicinal plants. Oh, I love this one. When they say medicinal, I love this. Animals, minerals, indigenous individuals also have the right to access without discrimination to all social and health service. Indigenous individuals have an equal right to enjoyment of the highest attributes, standards of physical.
Highest attainable standard. Yeah, you good.
Okay. My glasses is dirty, forgive me. And mental health, states should take necessary steps with a view to achieving progressively the full realization of this right.
Exactly. Go ahead.
So basically, there's a lot of things going through that right there. So basically, it's telling you like, look, I understand you got this black stuff going on or this Caucasian thing going on, but just by your existence, you have to make preparations for indigenous people because you not only benefit from operating on the land, using resources, right, to fund to basically having basically capital for the day-to-day run your business, right? If you are providing a service on our land and stuff, you have to be putting set aside and have equal benefits because it's negative and positive, right? It's yin and yang. So you have to set aside these programs. So, and it also say medicinal plants, they call marijuana a medicinal plant. Right there in that article states that you can't lock me up if I have medicinal plants. But, and it also said you have to provide remedy for any social, whether it's physical, mental, internet, just conversation. It's saying you can't blackball me. And it's saying if I need medical attention, I don't have to be discriminated because of my family status. And so that means if they have welfare, right? If you look at the welfare system, on one side, it's a benefit. It's a benefit for these so-called
14th Amendment citizens.
On the other side,
14th Amendment citizens specifically.
Okay. Yeah. On the other side, right, they have is basically a right. One side is a privilege. One side is a right. You feel me? And they only exist because of this right. One is a privilege, one is an entitlement, right? So welfare, medical, it's one is a benefit, one is an entitlement. And if you dig in these corporations and you look, they'll tell you that they put royalties. You can go look the county charter, you can go look at the state charter. It says that they put mineral rights and royalties on side for the inhabitants. That's their language they use, the inhabitants. So when you see inhabitants, you should start looking around that whole, like, what are they really trying to say? They don't come out and say Aboriginal, Indigenous. Sometimes they say Indigenous. They say we put royalties on side for the inhabitants, but we never claim it. So
yeah, it should take you back. What's that, chapter 47 in the Quran when it speaks on it? I got my Quran right here, bro. So let me make sure it's chapter 47, because it's talking about Egypt, the capital dominion, the capital empire of the dominion of Africa. And it speaks on about number 6, the Moabites from the land of Moab who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit Northwest Africa. They were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. So at the end of the day, all of that words you're speaking on and what we're bringing up is in harmony with what divers CEOs of city corporations termed mayors have put in proclamations for here near the Baltimore Corporation back in 2012, right after Rahm Emanuel did his out near the Chicago Corporation. Stephanie Rawlins Blake, she was the CEO for the mayor for Baltimore City Corporation at that time, and she put out a proclamation as well. So all of that is in harmony with that. So if you go to chapter 47 in the Holy Quran, divinely prepared by Prophet Noble Ali, minute 6 is where it says what I just read. Again, the Moabites from the land of Moab. And you guys have a metaphysical Bible dictionary. You can actually break down the words Moab, Pharaoh, Egypt, right? Canaanite, Hittite, Amorite. Break those down in metaphysics so that you can comprehend what it actually is. The Moabites from the land of Moab who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit. That's what Brother Amazight was saying. They have privileges for 14th Amendment citizens, but they have rights, you know what I mean? Entitlements for inhabitants. That's why it's important to claim your nationality. That's what he's actually bringing out to the forefront. And inhabit Northwest Africa. They were the founders and true possessors. They were the founders and are, the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren who sojourned from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. So technically, when, the elders would leave, the old land to the youth, and the elders would cross the river. Stream of thought, physically expressed in maybe an actual physical transmigration. However, I yield, Brother Amazight, because I'm showing you where I'm going to lead to next before we get to the C-SPAN joint. Because if I'm not mistaken, the C-SPAN joint was after your interview with Rick Smith. That's why I have it here so people can see and timestamp that you introduced us to the author of The Moor, the Mason, and the Alien, Richard Smith, back in April 2016.
Yeah. And the reason why I brought that out, so people or Moors or brothers and sisters can go to look, and some of them, you know, they don't know the jurisdiction or and like some people you speak to, they be like, well, how do you know this? And I'm like, you gotta study, you know, you gotta not only read between lines, you have to know not only different time periods, different jurisdiction. You really got to know how to navigate through these words, and you can read the same thing and have a different understanding, because guess what? Knowledge comes in degrees. And I'm not saying that these colonists or these corporations to go to. I'm just saying these things, this is where we at with it, and there's tools to get out of that. But to understand and overstand is to show you is a catch-22 what they do. And what they do is, well, you thinking they just solely treating us wrong, which they are, but they always put some kind of remedy, a trap door, and we know sometimes these brothers and sisters might use them and then they trick them. But if you really look at these things, whatever they doing, they are quote unquote putting stuff on the side for the Moors. They're actually doing it because it says they have mineral rights, air rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they put royalties. Listen to what I said. Royalties. If you know what royalties is, or dividends is, they put royalties on the side, and we don't claim them. So when I went into that particular I want to say corporation area that we speaking of, Pittsburgh, I'm like, knock, knock. I need to access that. I'm not accessing it because I'm a 14th Amendment citizen. I'm accessing it because I'm the rights of, I'm indigenous, I'm original, aboriginal, and I'm a Moor sitting on Sycamore Street. So you're going to be Sycamores. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm on Sycamore Street. So I went to these places. I went to the city hall. I went to the law library. And Pittsburgh City Hall is an old Moorish castle that they turned into an old jail. Now it's City Hall. And right in Pittsburgh. You can't miss it. And then there's a big statue of Saint Benedict the Moor. It didn't say Saint Benedict the black person. They even have a high school. It says Saint Benedict the Moor.
Look it up. Don't believe nothing you hear, man. Try to prove it right. I mean, try to prove it wrong. And when you prove it right, show your loved ones, because it's real. He done took Moore's there. He took Moore's there. It's documented. Like,
I mean, they got a whole museum called Carnegie. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Carnegie Library is a college, right? And they got like all you see in this museum is so-called Egyptian artifacts, right? But it's red and green. Red, green, they got white and blue, but most of it just red and green. You know what I'm saying? So we in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I mean, Philadelphia, like right down the street. So it was like, and then it's so-called the Commonwealth. And if you look at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so-called quote unquote state constitution, is plain as day when you look at who is the Commonwealth. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, at that time, that's what I did. And I really wanted to go around the world, around North America and what have you not. It's to test out different processes of accessing and actively being a Moor. Okay, actively go. So I'm going to walk. I'm going to catch the bus. I'm going to catch the train. I'm going to travel. I might have to get a job, drive. And when I say drive, I mean commercial vehicles. And I did all these things. How it is to get a job, how it is to get a medical card, how it is to go to a shelter, how it is to go to a Catholic church, how it is to go to Moor Science Temple of America, see what that is. Go to a Holy Science Temple of America, go to a Moorish community, go to a Chinese community. I want to go see these things. I just don't want to be at home in the book. I want to see practical. Is these things is real, to give Moors opportunities to be like, hey, I need to wake up, or I can do this too. I'm bringing awareness in a different flavor where people can see it. I can take them with me with a camera, with a platform, and this is what it is. So I'm like, wow, welcome to the Amazight Bey show. So.
Well, if I can segue, Brother Amazight, to just keep it rolling. You're doing great, man. Like I already told people, man. I was like, yo, this interview with Amazight is going to be fire, because I know nothing but history and truth is about to come out. Like, that's what it's been. So let's just show this clip real quick, man. I know it's 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds long, right? Look at that, 22. That day is coming soon, right? With that being said, though, however, this is where you introduced all of us. I mean, at least for me, at that time during 2016, it introduced Rick Smith to us.
I'm Amazight Bey. Welcome to the Amazight Bey show.
Welcome to the Amazight Bey show, y'all. Come and get some knowledge about your birthright, y'all. Open up your mind, let it take flight. I guarantee we'll have you sitting right, y'all. Welcome to the Amazight Bey show, y'all. Come and get some knowledge about your birthright, y'all. Open up your mind, let it take flight. I guarantee we'll have you sitting right, y'all.
We're just gonna give y'all a little bit of this presentation just so y'all can see. So I might scrub through some of this. I'm gonna let the title sequence play. Let the title sequence play.
Blog Talk Radio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Amazight Bey, and we have our special guest, Richard Smith. He's the author of Moor, Mason, and Alien, not in that order. And introduce yourself.
Hey there. Thanks for having me on the show tonight. Yeah, my name is Richard Smith. And yeah, I just recently came out with a new book, The Moor, the Mason, and the Alien, and it's subtitled A Call to Action, because that's what the entire book is. It's a big, giant wake-up call to explain not only what's going on, but why it's been going on this way on the planet, why certain things are taking place, and it answers a whole lot of questions that have been plaguing us for the last 500,000 years.
You guys go and finish checking the rest of that. I'll just give you guys the first minute and 54 seconds of it. So I'm telling you, you guys are not going to be disappointed with that. That was huge for us. I'm telling you, that's almost 6 years? That's almost 6 years ago, man, bro.
That was a minute, but guess what? He came out with 2 more books, and I'm gonna do interviews with him. But at that time, brother, man.
Yo, hook it up. Let's bring Rick on here. You and Rick both come on the Impromptu Improv.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Rick, you got the contact, yo. You being humble about it, man. You got a lot of major people in your phone contact, bro.
I do, bro. And I keep them now, bro. I keep it kind of dayed out, bro. That's why I'm just, like I said, the Amazight Bey show, I'm moving to podcast, but it's definitely there. At that time, I had a guy named Lamont, and Brother L. I think that's his name, Lamont L. And he did all the production, all the videos, and he's from Memphis, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Everything on that channel and other channels, the Amazight Bey show. And now, since it's so-called 2020, 2021? 22?
Right.
To 22. It's so-called 22. I'm in need of a staff. I'm in need of the staff because I've grown. There's a lot of things going on. Royal Gang has increased the Royal Gang enterprise. We got a TV network. We got a trucking company. We got a consulting company.
Yeah, you're actively doing the trucking. That's what you're actively with now with the trucking,
right?
Man. Like you was telling a lot of Moors, like, hey, you want to really, if your business ain't going too well and you want to diversify your portfolio, you may want to, jump out here in the trucking or whatever. But you know what's going on in the news with truckers and stuff. But I yield. Go ahead, continue your wisdom.
Yeah, so we got that. We got the clothing line. We got other businesses wrapped around that. So I'm in need of a staff, right? But with that show, that brother, everything you see, all the visual, the audio, making sure he was on my butt, like, hey, we got to do this A, B, C, and D. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I was like that with him. Hey, I need you to. I molded him. He was already. He actually was a producer that do beat and make hit songs, and I had to mold him to be a producer for me to check me so I can just take that part out of my skill set and give it to this brother. And the reason why I'm saying that, he was like, you know what? Let's just call it the Amazight Bey show. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. And that's how we got this brother, Richard reached out to me and he was like, well, he did other shows with, I think he did it with Cujo. He did it with Nose the Ledge. And he did other stuff and he reached out to me. And he saw me, at that time I was on Moor's Directory. You can go to moorsdirectory.com. You can go right now and it'll say the voice of the new voice is a tab on Moor's Directory, new voice. And he said, but it's moorsdirectory.com. And then there's a section that say new voice. I think there's a video up there when I was working with Jonathan Bey. It's somewhere on there. It'll say, if you keep scrolling, it'll have a tab and it'll say new voice. Well, anyway, he was researching me and he was like, man, you got all these shows going on. You got the blog talk, you got YouTube, you over here, you over there. He was like, man, can we sit down and have a talk? And I was like, yeah. So he was like, just reach out one day. So I reached out, we talked, and I've been, I would be on his stuff because he's a teacher also, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been watching him or whatever. I don't know, it's somewhere on there. He probably keep scrolling, but it should be still on there.
Yeah, because ActiveMoors.com is, I remember back in 2016 when they was doing and trying to get everybody to get from Facebook to ActiveMoors.com. I think I still got my ActiveMoors.com joint. If
but
a particular sister didn't delete my account, we won't go there. But anyway.
Nah, it should be if you keep going down, if that's the end of the page.
No, man, this thing is long, bro.
Yeah, it should say the new boy. Well, anywho, when he finds it, excuse me, I got in touch with these brothers, and they didn't want to go. I got in touch with Richard, and he didn't want to go on these other platforms.
Right.
And he didn't want to, he was like, nah, he was like, if we do this, it got to be on your platform. And I was like, oh, I'm such an honor. You know what I'm saying? He was like, anytime you want me to come back, and he sit there. And at that time, he was sick. I don't know if you could tell, he was sick on that interview. He was sick, and we kept having to reschedule. And then we finally got it. And it's longer than that. We had to edit it. There's still stuff that we didn't put out there. It's edited, But that's how I got Richard Smith. And he's like, man, anytime. And that's because I was honorable. I don't know where it's at on there. But
yeah, I'm going to kind of move fast with that joint. Hey, they go to Prophet. I like to always see Prophet come dry lead.
I think that's it, right? No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah, that's a new era media.
Yeah, That's his book. Oh, the key right there. That's a book y'all need to get.
Yeah, we all was reading that back in 2017. Y'all
you need to get that. You need to get that, and you need to get the Oculus from King Big. But it's somewhere on there. I think it's at the bottom or something.
And it might be Cujo's archive classes there. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, so that's how he found me, man. And we got that interview.
Oh wow. It's so perfect. I could use this, man, right after that C-SPAN joint that I play, man. So that's good. We went to Moor's directory, yo.
Yeah, man.
Because that way I'll play that Obama video after we play your C-SPAN clip.
And Moor's directory is just a directory of Moor's businesses or organization. It's just a collection. That's why I say, you know, that's why he created Moor's directory, to be a directory for the Moors, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to get Seven Hills Star on there, man. Not to cut your wisdom, but go ahead, I'm listening.
Right. But that's why he created it. And I was working with Jonathan Bey at that time, real close. I mean, I still
he got something to Brother Hakeem, yo.
He got everything up there. I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm trying.
Classic.
Hey, man.
Classic. We'll get to that metaverse conversation after this C-SPAN thing, bro. It's just all lining up, bro. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Right. So, I mean, and Brother Jonathan Bey, there go right there. New Voices. So this is if you click on it, it should have me and another brother. I think you click on it, it should bring you.
Oh, like you took Vimeo down, yeah. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know what's going on, but on that tab right there, there's another way to get it. But on that tab is me, another brothers, another Moor. I forgot what Moor was. It Mario? I don't know at that time. So this tab right here would bring you, and my video would pop up.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to Vimeo, but I don't know.
Well, probably if Vimeo is going through something. I mean, nobody really uses this. So the link, he probably don't even know about it. But at that time, that was my tab right there.
We got so many other receipts of what you did, bro. So we got this. It's all good.
Right. So I'm just bringing y'all through it, and like I said, I work with a lot of elders behind the scenes and on the scenes. Even on activemoors.com, advocate for that, our own social media. So he created that because at that time he created Jonathan Bey had created Active Moors, the app. Is because me and Cujo and other Moors, we kept on getting kicked off of other social media. I'm not gonna say their name. At that time, they was called F-Book, something like that. So, and he was like, you know what? We just need our own. You know what I'm saying? And that goes time to what I'm all about. I'm about everything that we consume. We need to have a business or a corporate, a company associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we've been doing it the wrong way from what I've seen. We can be spiritual. Yeah, we can study. Are we applying this information? Are we creating businesses? Like, okay, Prophet Noble Drew Ali said we can't be a big nation, right? And there's brothers and sisters out here that's doing great work. And like me, for existence, when I was staying in Pittsburgh, I was able to go in the community and do a lot more, right? Because I wasn't on a job, which I could have been on, but I had no overhead. So I was with the people, even if when I did have overhead. But what I'm saying is, when you got more businesses, you can help a Moor that doesn't, his position or his skill sets at that time doesn't need to be in a joke. You see what I'm saying? You can assist them. You know what I'm saying? Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, what? Don't forsake your brother and sisters, right? It's an Asiatic covenant. So what I'm saying is, because I donate a lot to Moorish companies, businesses, and brothers, And the reason why, not only I do that, but I learned from Cujo out of L. And what we do is, as Moors, we'll donate to your cause. And if you're on social media saying this and saying that, not to prove anything wrong, you can't say, I can pull my receipt. Well, brother, I supported you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, nobody help you and all that. So I'm asking you a question about something that I don't think that's honorable. You know, I did it in private, now we're in public because you forced the hand, but I've supported you. I'm not going to complain about something. I'm going to do it and then talk about it.
Well, to add to your wisdom and getting into these receipts, we're going to go to Brother Zaire Casanova Nasir Bey, who is the brother that, when it comes to us keeping our property as far as our land conveyance, the way we transport, the way we travel, we don't call them cars because it's not a train. You know, it's not a between a train engine and a caboose, so it's not a car. So the land conveyance, the way that we actually within our own trust put a land conveyance writ, some people call it a license plate, but it's not a license plate for us. We put our land conveyance writ further on it to fly our standard for those that may be mistaken that are operating in maritime law on the land. Therefore, like if one went on a cruise ship, you would have to have the nation flag that the cruise ship is actually under, even though we're not on the water. But people like to play hard concrete games. However, when we protect ourselves in trust and do not seek to register our property with the public trust, i.e. license registration, stuff like we don't do that. Brother Zaire Casanova Nasir Bey, we have spoken before a couple years ago, and I told him, yeah, man, it was you that inspired, me to go even harder in my trust practices and making sure I'm protecting myself, my property, and my family, my loved ones. Let me correct myself, my loved ones. And he was like, yeah, bro, it's like, I saw your demonstration out there in Mecca. It was like you and 10 other Moors all, riding in a convoy like that, y'all in a little caravan. He said at the end of the day, man, that's because of where your energy is and you, having faith and you being faithful, in Prophet Noble Ali and what he brought, and then seeing our demonstration and be able to, continue to go in that, which is what you was even saying, Brother Amazight, as far as, setting an example so that people can come behind us and see the footprints in the sand, so to speak, and be able to take similar, if not the same steps. So I'm going to go to Brother Zaire Casanova Nasir Bey. Shout out to the good brother. Shout out to Brother Cujo Ado L, because this is all bringing a certain energy of a certain, pocket or group of people during a certain time where we was coming up. You see what I'm saying? So these was the brothers that was like the bigger dudes on the basketball court playing. So we got to watch them play, hope we get picked up. But now we're older, you know what I mean? And they actually was, seeing what it is that we were doing as we were coming up, and they were even supporting us then in us, coming up. Like I told you, like within my first year or two, I'm there in your living room with Grand Cujo. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, right. and we all kicking it. You know what I mean, brother Yusef Mutadiel and his brother Wyatt, like we were really kicking it, like for real. Like
I was my whole home, bro. Like Moors was shocked, bro. At that time, I was like, man, hey, y'all get y'all a hotel or whatever. And then I was getting Cujo in, and I realized some Moors, they was like, man, we don't have no room in a hotel. And I had brought Cujo in before, and I like to, when I bring somebody down or somebody come down, I either like to put them in a spot or they come in my spot, but give them that privacy. You know what I'm saying? To get themselves together or whatever. But at this particular time, at this, it was so many more. Bro, I literally, my house would have been packed in what it is, and we had to like not shut it down, but I had to stop answering my phone. Because Cujo looking at me like, bro, but I had told him, I said, look, man, they got some Moors, bro. And I was like, bro. So Hassan was one of them. Cujo definitely was there. And it was other Moors that I had invited to my house. And at that time, it was a condo. It was 2 bedrooms. It was kind of large. It was a nice little space. And I'm like, any more that don't have no can't have no finance because the phone, everything was free. All you had to do was just get there. Right. I didn't charge even the vendors. I didn't charge the vendors. You guys, anybody? My events, I never I have my own merchandise and products that I sell. So I can't be broad or intimidated, right? And I got the venue free, everything free. You come to the, you know what I'm saying? You come, the venue is free, the knowledge is free. We videotaping it. If you wanted to do a venue there, it's free. And because I operate in honor, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Moors, I was shocked. They sent me they gave me a donation. They were like, nah, I was like, I don't want it. They were like, nah, you gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? You know? So what I'm saying is I opened up my home. I'm talking about my private, where I was dwelling at. It was a sign there. It was a lot of Moors there. And I was like, hey, y'all can have my bed. And they're like, nah, you good? I'm like, nah, y'all can have it. I can sleep on the couch or whatever. They was like, nah, we good. And we had RV Bey there, Amazight Bey, Hasan Ghaziel. Oh man, it was so many Moors, bro. Literally in the house, man. And that's how we should be. I've been to some Moors and they be acting. I'm like, I thought we family, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm setting an example that I want to see. Also, government starts with family. So I figure we're a family. So why should I feel some type of way about my brothers and sisters coming to support what I got going on? Not only that, the spirit, right? The spirit. When people came in contact, they still do. They be like, golly, they feel lifted, but they feel my aura like, God damn. And I'm not trying to toot my horn or whatever, but if you know, you know. You feel the aura, you feel the energy, you feel the sincerity of knowing that's its birthright. This ain't no clubism. You know how people be like, oh, you ain't this type of Moor, or because you did this, you ain't that type of Moor. It's not about no clubism. It's not. You're a Moor because of blood only. There's different custom and tradition that we observe, which is great. That goes along with that. But if you take them away, that don't make me not a Moor. You see what I'm saying? So I would welcome brothers and sisters to come in the house. And that's just what it was. A lot of Moors. When I say a lot, man, I think I would have had people all on the steps and stuff when I gave these things.
Yeah, that was 2016, bro. I'm trying to tell you, that was 5.5 years ago, bro. I'm just looking at the fact that that's what it was. And then I think just right after that, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm going to segue to it, not to cut your wisdom, just to add to it. I'm going to segue right now to Brother Zaire Casanova and Nasir Bey's YouTube channel, where he has you calling in to see, he didn't have you calling in. He is you in this video calling into C-SPAN, and he just happened to post it, and that's where it's archived for us. I got 3 out of the 4 minutes of the video on TikTok right now, on Instagram, as far as 7 Hill Star TikTok, 7 Hill Star Instagram, and I think I shared the YouTube link to Hasan Ghaziel Bey Facebook. So let's just share it right now. We're going to play the whole 4-minute clip. All right?
Okay.
We're going to play the whole 4-minute clip. Let the people get it. Let them see it. Then we're going to go back to Moor's directory and have Obama read from the Treaty of Tripoli, which you mentioned in this C-SPAN thing. So let's make a connection to show that when the Pope showed up, it was saying that, hey, guys, it's all over. It's shut down. It's okay, bye.
Before you play it, right?
Uh-huh.
Before you play it, though, if you're a naysayer, if you wasn't conscious at this time when this happened, the Moors got together and he has the printout. That brother channel and the Candleland Moors, we have the transcript. And if you know about Moors, we love to get the transcript. So when people be like, oh, it's Photoshop, it's edited. No, the only thing that's edited is the transcript is in that video, and we put up documents to back what I say. That's it. But that footage is the original footage, the original audio. And like I said, we have the actual transcript. So it's on there.
You know, as the politicians in Washington say, mistakes were made, Bill, and the idea that the mythic figure, Santa Claus, you know, even if you said it goes back to Asia Minor and Turkey, he's a dark-skinned man. And in Jesus' case, I mean, I read Killing Jesus. I mean, it's not a case here, a man born in Palestine, Jewish. You know, it's more likely that he is Arab or even Oriental, Asian, or maybe even a Moor than white.
Well in advance of that to Natchez, Mississippi on our Independence line. Hello there.
Hey, hello. How you doing? This is Amazight.
Yeah. You're on the air.
I'm disappointed that this country does not know about civics and does not care to make amends for the countless killing of the Aboriginal indigenous people that is classified black, nigga, Negro are really Moors and original Americans. And if you research the Tripoli Treaty, Article 11 states that as the government of the United States of America is not in any sense founded on Christianity. So this country needs a civics class in Section 4, or well, Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution states a republic form of party of government, not a democracy, not a democrat. So the Pope is in town, and in the name of Christianity, over 500 million Moors classified as African have been murdered in the name of Christianity. Now, I have nothing against Christianity. I have something against the people that created this. So every group of people have been compensated for slavery or genocide. So I'm kind of curious to see when this country that's standing on my ancestral estate, as me being a Moor, as me being an American national, when are we going to have this conversation? Because in 1913, Prophet Noble Jew Ali created the Moors Divine National Movement, not no Black Lives Matter movement, and gave this information to all the governments of the world. We are the de jure Republican form of party and the heirs to this vast estate. So when are we going to sit down and have a conversation?
And Amazight, do you expect to hear anything from Pope Francis about some of the issues you're bringing up?
I expect that because he is the leader of the United States of America Democracy Corporation Company that's dissolved since 1933, and he sent out the motu proprio last year, 2013, stating the same thing that I'm saying, that they are fraud, and he's the boss.
Stash in my mind, John Mnemonic. Fez in the pump up the jam vid for Technotronic. Moors say black means death, axe plays bubonic. Just say Moors are Masonic is idiotic. Black cats copy like Junior Harry Connick. Playing the side of the order with the Knights Teutonic. Holding the white shield, kissing the Pope's ring with the black cross on it. Dynamite. I'm dynamite. It's dynamite. I'm dynamite. Dynamite.
Man, I love that.
Right? Right? So hold on. Let's get right to it. Let's go back to Moorish directory, right? And let's play this clip from Obama. It's going to back you up.
I also know civilization's debt to Islam. It was Islam at places like Uluzar that carried the light of learning through so many centuries, paving the way for Europe's Renaissance and Enlightenment. It was innovation in Muslim communities. It was innovation in Muslim communities that developed the order of algebra, our magnetic compass and tools of navigation, our mastery of pens and printing, our understanding of how disease spreads and how it can be healed. Islamic culture has given us majestic arches and soaring spires, timeless poetry and cherished music, endless poetry and places of peaceful contemplation. And throughout history, Islam has demonstrated through words and deeds the possibilities of religious tolerance and racial equality. I also know that Islam has always been a part of America's story. The first nation to recognize my country was Morocco. In signing the Treaty of Tripoli in 1796, our second president, John Adams, wrote, "The United States has in itself no character of enmity against the laws, religion, or tranquility of Muslims." And since our founding, American Muslims have enriched the United States. They have fought in our wars, they have served in our government, they have stood for civil rights, they have started businesses, they have taught at our universities, they've excelled in our sports arenas, they've won Nobel Prizes, built our tallest building, and lit the Olympic torch. And when the first Muslim American was recently elected to Congress, he took the oath to defend our Constitution using the same Holy Quran that one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, kept in his personal library. So I have known Islam on 3 continents before coming to the region where it was first revealed. That experience guides my conviction that partnership between America and Islam must be based on what Islam is, not what it isn't. And I consider it part of my responsibility as President of the United States to fight against negative stereotypes of Islam wherever they appear.
Here's the funny thing about that. When he said Muslims American, right? He's basically saying Moorish Americans. That's basically what he's saying.
Yes. Yes. I mean, even though we're Muslim and not Muslim, but
Right.
I mean, however, you know, we totally get exactly where bro's coming from. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, man, like, it's just really good to just, first of all, connect all these dots pertaining to Brother Amazight Bey. All righty, first and foremost. And then to consistently keep showing these receipts. All righty, so people don't just think like, oh yeah, you know how, you know, people like, oh man, ain't nobody ever heard. But then you go back and look and like, hold up, yo, like what was they doing back in 2016? Y'all think 2016 is something. Wait till you start hearing archives of blog talks of others that we have sat at the feet of back in 2011. You know what I mean? There was stuff on, man, I'm telling you, it's stuff from back in 2011, 2012 is fire that led up to people like us, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do, you know what I mean? Because that stuff, you know what I mean, made us go, oh, so this how we supposed to do it. Okay, bet, let's go hard then. Let's do, because we know we're doing the right thing. We ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I mean?
Right. It was motivation to be like, okay, you know, it's like, okay, y'all passing the torch, you know what I'm saying? So let us, you know, keep being active Moors and keep, you know, being active and being honorable, you know what I'm saying? And being the example that we want to see and use the tools that we have. Like we want to use the tools, you know, because around that time, Moors was like quote unquote the religious people. Oh, I don't want to deal with that internet stuff. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to look at that. You know, they come from the era where they literally, if it ain't on the news and ain't in the newspaper, it ain't real.
Right.
You know?
Well, pardon me, I'm getting a little chip on for a second. But it's impromptu improv, so everybody can get their little eat or sip on and get some water too. Because I want to lead us up to our next portion that we're going to close out on, right? Because we already talked about, you know, basically it's been about 7+ years since you declared and proclaimed your nationality. You done hosted events and had honorable Moors come out and speak. You done hosted honorable Moors in your home with your loved ones around. You know what I mean? Very sincere. You done had a neighborhood businesses make sure the visitors that came and visit you got stuff for free, got fed for free. I'm trying to tell you, man, that experience in 2016 near the Pittsburgh Corporation, I'm telling you, bro, that's one of the things that made me go like, oh, this is really real. Like, I thought I knew it, because you remember how I used to always carry my little because I worked at I loved working at restaurants, but I wasn't working at restaurants anymore. So I would keep my like Siyam Bey books and my Quran like strapped around me, like it was a pistol, but it's books. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
you know what?
To tell you.
It was crazy, man, because it was me, Cujo, and another Moor, and I'm showing them the city. I'm showing them St. Benedict Moor Elementary School, St. Benedict Moor Cathedral. We also went to a couple of churches, right? Mm-hmm. And they got when you go in this church, oh my God, Yusuf will tell you the story. So, like I said, I went around the city, I went around the nation, but Pittsburgh has a lot of Moorish culture that's still there, right? So, no, I think Hasan was with. I think he was with us too. What we did was we went to these. We couldn't get in St. Benedict the Moor Cathedral, right?
No, I left before y'all did that. Y'all did that the next day because I left, I think.
Okay.
Well, I think it was like that.
We went to this certain cathedrals that's really was castles, all Moorish castles, and it's just like I said, I be in so much honor, right? So we go to this one cathedral, and in this cathedral, there's a picture of so-called Jesus, this statue of so-called a European Jesus, right? And as soon as you look to the left, they have the real depiction of so-called Jesus, and he looked like you and I, straight to the left. But here's the thing. I already had made the connections. Remember, I'm in the community. Because it's like, if you ain't in the community, then what you doing? So I'm actually in the community. So this certain cathedral, you couldn't, on a regular day, you couldn't just walk in there. So this on a day where it's supposed to be closed. So I got a bunch of Moors with me. And I said, man, let's check out these cathedrals. And they looking at me like, Amazight, you gotta be crazy. Like, they not gonna let us in. It's closed. So we go up and down. I'm like, how you doing? I'm Amazight Bey. I talked to such and such. And they're like, well, oh, you Amazight. Oh, well, guess what? Come on in. Just like, and the Moors looking at me like, what the hell is going on? They closed and they opened the whole thing, giving us tours of the whole facility. I'm talking about, the lights is off, right? Nobody's there. I call the people to ring the little thing, and they come out, and I got a bunch of Moors with me, like a bunch of Moors, right? And they let us in. And we got footage of it, and they like, what the hell is you doing? I'm like, it's just me and my son. That's it. It's just at that time living in now. And they got Sister Energy stays in that around now. But it was just me doing stuff, just going out.
Shout out to Mother Energy out. Yeah, indeed. Islam. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So every location we go into, they just turning the lights on, doing it they're like, Emma's like, what the hell are you doing? Who are you? And I'm like, I'm just a Moor, just doing what I'm supposed to do. The reason why I'm telling that part of the story, we went to a Moorish Science Temple of America.
No, I heard about this. Yeah, I was definitely gone by this time, but I heard that story for like a whole year straight. Go ahead, tell it.
So we going to make a donation. Listen to what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. We are going to contribute to the Moor Science Temple of America in that location. Because I was like, I couldn't find it. And then Cujo, and it was Yusuf, and we just looking, we all on the phone, we like, oh, so we all, we got it on our phone, we all find it. So we go, and it's a building with like jailhouse windows, you know, them thick windows that look like there's triple pane, you can't see in there, but you can see in there. So we go knocking on the door, we like, ain't nobody, I'm like, they gotta have somebody in there. So we peeping through the mail slot, and we see a picture of Prophet Noble Joy Ali and his reincarnating, whatever. So we banging on the door. So it's me, Yusuf, and Cujo. So man, we about to walk away. We like, ain't nobody, they ain't trying to let us in. We got donations. So now they finally come out the door. What y'all want? We like, what? What you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get in. It was like, nah, y'all can't come in. And me, Cujo. Now I'm with the Grand Sheik. Right? Yusuf. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the Grand Sheik. You know, I'm with Cujo, is Yusuf, and some other Moors. Like, we mobbing. We got like at least 12 cars deep. We all coming to make a donation to the Moor Science Temple of America. And that ain't the first time that happened, but it was the first time that it was documented. I had other Moors with me, because every time I go to some of these temples, I get rejected or get kicked out. And we wasn't even going to speak about nothing to do. We were just going to make a donation.
Right.
And look at the Moor Science Temple of America. That's all we was doing. And I tell this story because they was kind of standoffish. They was like, they was in fear. They was like literally in fear. You know what I'm saying? Because Honorable Moors was actually there. Now, if you ever met Cujo is, I don't know, 7 foot something.
Yo, stop. No, Cujo he is pretty tall, though. Cujo is
he is the damn Iron Sheik, right? You got me cocky, then you got Yusuf. You know, like we the muscle, we like, you know, but we came in, we humbly coming up, and we got rejected. And
y'all damn sure did, yeah. Because I remember that story never quit, bro. We heard that story for years.
I'm talking about like we banging, like we gotta look through the mail slot, like it's like, bro, it's like Fort Knox in there to get in the Moor. So I'm like, it's daytime. Why y'all ain't in the community? They got the St. Benedict Moore's elementary school right around the corner. We like, and then we stopped to ask the Moor. It was like, you go to that school.
Hold up. You know what I just realized? A lot of people are not going to have this kind of experience because there's too many people scared to breathe without something covering their face. And there's too many people listening to media that are not PhDs or MDs. And so it's like, I'm just looking at how beautiful of a time that was to just freely go where the fuck you want without anybody trying. I mean, people were giving us fucking free food, bro. They weren't like 6 feet, stay away, cover your face. It was like, Moors, here, Moors. Is it any more Moors? Because we owe this to you. We've been robbing you of your estate for so long. Anyway, here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, let me segue you to what you're currently doing and being, you're making history in the metaverse. Now, let me just say this, y'all. I have mixed feelings about, you know, math-based currency, which they call cryptocurrency, but it's math-based currency, and metaverse. However, in being in 2 consecutive situations back to back dealing with cryptocurrency and the metaverse, right? It made me immediately just think, yo, we immediately just need trace mineral and nutrient rich soil. So if there's going to be people interacting in this Sims type virtual reality situation, then, you know, some people are going to be responsible. Some people are going to want to be just in there. whereas Brother Amazight had, he's like, yo, I'm the first. Like, he didn't say it like braggingly. It's just letting me know he's giving me information. He's the first NFT parcel owner in the metaverse, so to speak. So it's like basically my man got 3 mansions in the metaverse, right? So with that being said, he was like, yeah, yo, you can do, your classes in one of the mansions in the metaverse or whatever. I'm just like, oh, that's sweet. You know what I mean? So I hope, Brother Amazight, you can get your computer together to get ready to share the metaverse through a screen share. I guess you queue up your metaverse first on your computer so you can have it already, have that window ready or whatever if you don't have it already. And then when you're ready to share the screen, you can go into, like I said, I won't say it, fully, because maybe the brother don't want that appellation out there, even though we all know who he is because we sat at his feet in some way, shape, or form by watching his videos. But I'll just say Morpheus L for right now, right? And he is Moorish American. From what I comprehend, Morpheus L has been teaching more, probably when it comes to the science, over 40 years. So, and he is responsible for Matrix 5, for Metaverse. Granted, the way I see it is like, yeah, I can come in into one of Amazight's NFT parcels, one of the Metaverse mansions that he had, and we can hold class there. You know what I'm saying? For people that may participate or are going to participate in it. However, now that I've given I feel this way about it and I feel that way about it, I look for the great and the goodness in everything. I don't look to, overuse or abuse anything. However, when Brother Amazight brought it to my attention, he only brought that which could be, deemed beautiful in terms of assisting further with people uplifting, with us uplifting fallen humanity. So sometimes when the people are just kind of swaying their energy in certain places, we just make sure we just have regencies in these different areas. So I don't think it would be bad to have a pure heart, sincere intent, love and honor regency that has Prophet Noble Drew Ali at the forefront of it within the metaverse. So I'm going to yield to Brother Amazight so he can give y'all a little bit of what his experience is with this metaverse and being like the first to basically get 3 metaverse mansions from Morpheus L. So you guys can just hear about it. No way, shape, or form am I advocating for anything that's what's our position first and foremost? The Constitution, right? The land, the water, fire, air, gold for the sun, silver for the moon, copper for the Venus. We already know that's where our foundation is. However, we see that the people have a need for the metaverse, so we have a regency there by way of Brother Amazight. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I yield the floor, Brother Islam.
I'm trying to get it queued up. I don't know why it's not.
Okay, so when you hit the screen share, right, you already see which window it is.
Yeah, but it keep disappearing when I click it.
Really?
Yeah, I see it. It pops up, but then it keep disappearing, man. Let me see if I can flip this camera around. It shows. Wait, let me see. It pops up and then it disappears. I don't know what's going on, but
can you share your screen then? Just the whole screen?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't like. Okay, when I go here, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go share screen, right?
Yes.
But it won't. I don't know because I got it here.
No, that's fine. Share your whole screen and then just minimize whatever's on your screen. Like you might have to minimize the zoom and then you'll see where it is.
But see, it's not like a window. It's a separate program, so I don't think it's gonna come here. You see what I'm saying? Wait, damn. Oh, I just had it. Give me a minute.
I was gonna say, is it on your screen? Let me actually change this and let me actually hold on. Let me actually cue just you. Let me see if I can remove everybody's spotlight. Right? Move everybody's spotlight and let's see if I can.
Oh, whatever you did, it went down, then it went back. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Okay, hold on.
Because I want to give you the full screen. So I'm about to take myself out also. Removing the spotlight, right?
I don't know why I keep disappearing, man.
And then we're gonna give you the full screen. Well, if you gotta just use your phone,
yeah, I might have
window,
to.
That's fine. That's fine. Give people a sneak peek. Let me give you
okay, cool.
The full. Hold on. Let me take this next one out. Remove the spotlight. You should have the whole screen now. All right. You might want to turn your phone landscape so we can get the most of your computer screen there.
What about that?
Yeah. So take us through the metaverse, man. What are we looking at? What is you and Brother Morpheus Alvin cooking up? Can we see your 3 meta mansions? I mean, what's going on?
Hold on. Let me okay, this is
Metaverse cribs. No longer
this is Metaverse 5 right here, guys.
This is where it all goes down in the Metaverse.
These are where the house is at right here. This is the obelisk. This is where we host I want to say community meetings.
My man flying.
Yeah, so let me go down a little bit and go over here and show y'all guys. Let me go right here. Let me back up. I'm sorry. So okay, I just stopped flying. This is the obelisk, and we have little meetings over here. And that's the podium. Let me zoom in for y'all guys. That's the podium where we'd have meetings at community meetings. Let me get it where y'all can see the podium a little better. So let me teleport right here. These are the parcel. These are the actual houses. And what are these houses is basically these houses right here, these homes right here are basically hybrids. That means you can have a place of business on one floor, and you can have residential where you can either rent out or live. I'm actually on the roof right now, so let me go back and go down. So these are basically houses, and you could enter them through that. There's a door, but I can open it as a side door, and you can be whatever name you want. And there's upstairs and downstairs. So basically each parcel comes like this, and you can have events. You can put chairs right here. You can put projectors. You basically can put whatever you want in here. This right here is the map of where you at, and this right here in the purple, let me just screen. And the purple is me, and that's somebody else in the metaverse in the green. So basically, and that's my avatar. And it says right at the top, it said member M5. I'm a content creator. I'm also on the staff of Metaverse 5. I'm also a parcel owner. I'm also a stakeholder. I'm also a trustee in the metaverse. And a lot of people don't really get it. So let me show you a couple of lands before I get into it. And I'm going here and I'm about to teleport. And I can teleport to the pyramids. We have a university campus. Let's go to the pyramids. It's going to take me straight down. And I'm going to fly up so y'all can actually see I'm inside the pyramid. This is actually a step pyramid. And let me go up a little and go out the door so you can actually hold on. It's kind of difficult using a phone and do it, but let me go up. Hold on.
This is pretty interesting, man, because it just shows me that, you know, at the end of the day, if people don't want to be on a video chat, they'll just go in the metaverse and kind of, you know, without the violence of, you know, Grand Theft Auto, but it's like a mixture of that and The Sims, and really at the end of the day, what people have purpose in doing, it's not what you use, it's how you use it, because water can quench your thirst or drown you. So the metaverse can either assist you in helping to uplift all of humanity or help you lose weight by being stuck in it for 2 weeks straight. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen to competent people that's using it in a graceful fashion, such as yourself, Brother Amazight, and Brother Moor.
Well, it's definitely a tool, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying this, right? It's a tool, right? And I'm gonna get down to that in a minute. I just want to show y'all the scalability of it's an actual step pyramid. That's what it is. We also have other worlds. We also have other communities, right? Mm-hmm. And it's basically I'm going to go to the university. Metaverse 5 is actually a micro community, right? So I'm inside of one of the universities. I'm on the campus right now. I'm actually in the campus, and I'll look around and show y'all guys. That's where we're going to be teaching not only people about the metaverse, but also we're going to be hosting classes about nationality, birthrights. But within this community is actually a micro community. So it's going to be all different type of nationalities, right? All different projects, right? And we can utilize this in a digital form, right? To not only create economics, but it is a tool for us to have what? A school. You know how these people be like, oh, I got to raise money to have a school. Well, now we don't have to travel or create that much finance. Now we can have a virtual school where everybody can learn in real time the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. Also, we can practice. I'm about to go to the dorms right now. That red, with the red carpet right there, that's actually a dorm. Also, we can host, and we can learn different things with different micro communities. And you know how, like, I saw an article, a lady got raped in the metaverse or whatever. What? You know, well, in this metaverse, everybody, if you own land, you are screened. You are screened if you own land. You can't just come in the metaverse and be doing crazy stuff, because every micro community, all of these are dorm rooms right there, and it comes with a monitor. You see that TV? Hold on. There's a TV right there. There's a TV right there that you could that everybody in the metaverse that has a TV, not only you can be running your show on here, right? Mm-hmm. Each student could get this is where they log in at, and they get a curriculum and courses. But also, if you got a business and you want to advertise, you're a content creator, you can advertise your business 24/7 whenever. But like I was saying, it's for real life. We can actually practice real life economics, right? Mm-hmm. In the metaverse, and perfect it in the metaverse, and then take that model, scale it up, and use it in the real time, in the real physical world. So if you got an idea of projects, you know what I'm saying, or more is coming together with like-minded in one community. You know, you might have an artist community of Moors. You might have an artist community of Chinese people, right? Mm-hmm. You are conducting business with them, but you're in a community. You actually in a community in the digital world, right? And you are practicing, right? You are practicing for real life learning. But now more say, oh, well, we need a school or whatever, right? Now, what's the excuse? We have a virtual school. And everybody that's in this in this one micro community, right? In this micro community, we can vote to be like, well, I don't want Amazight flying on a weekend or flying on such and such date, right? So we can actually vote. We can actually hold on, I don't want my phone to die. We can actually vote on when do we want it open to the general public. And if you have land, you become a trustees, a stakeholder of digital property, right? But here's the thing though. Remember, it's a tool. Now, other Moors like, oh well, this is this. I don't want to use this and all that. And it's like, okay, well, guess what? Back in the day, your grandma and your mom and your auntie didn't want to use a cell phone, but now she got to use a cell phone because guess what? When she got to do forms and stuff, now she got to use the internet. Oh, I don't want to use the internet. Now you got to go on the internet to fill out certain documents. We know this. And now with COVID, you got no choice but to use the internet. So now these platforms like this, if you are sick and you got to go to the doctor, well, guess what? Now
bring your phone up.
They got a situation where we are forced to use what? FaceTime, and it's called teledoc, right? Teledoc. So now the doctor can call you, or you can call the doctor, and you can have a FaceTime conversation. They can scan your body and tell you what's wrong with you, right? Now, when you go on an interview, right? You want to interview for a job, you got to come in the metaverse because everybody working at home. So now companies are going to the metaverse, right? So that get rid of your head. You ain't paying for no lights. You ain't paying for no buildings. People can come right here. People can fly in a virtual world, right? And if you got a link or something, right? I'll show you. I'll show you what this. Let me go over here by the pool or the hotel. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me go down a little bit. I'm sorry. If you got a product or service, right, in these virtual buildings, right, in these virtual buildings, you can have a billboard, or you could have a product where somebody has to click on somewhere around here, click on something, right? And it goes straight to your product or your service, right? And your children already growing up on this. Let me get adjusted. Already growing up on this because they got Roblox, they have Fortnite, stuff like this. So as Moors, and I must stress this out, they say, oh, we need schools. Well, now we can have a virtual school. You don't have to travel. You can put your headsets on, or you can lock into a virtual metaverse that's not only produced by Moors, owned by Moors, right? And when you own these parcels, these houses, right? This is the only metaverse, right? A virtual world that when you buy a parcel of land, right? These other metaverse, they're gonna charge you 13,000 Federal Reserve notes. It don't come with it only come with land. It doesn't come with a house, which I'm in right now. I just teleported. It doesn't come with the buildings. It doesn't come with the it doesn't come with the clothes. It doesn't come with nothing. They're not teaching you nothing. I'm telling you, that's just for the grass. Now, when you get these parcels, you could tear this down if you want to, and you can actually scale it up. You can tear all this down, right? You can tear all this down, or you could take this house and put it on top of that house and make it one.
So to get an NFT parcel in the Metaverse 5, it is definitely, from even me being in a meeting, I won't say what it is, but I know it's way lower than 13,000.
Right. It's way lower than that. But you get an avatar, you get clothes, you get you get that, and you can get a free account and get this. You get a free account. It's free to join. But if you want a house, you want you know what I'm saying? So this part right here, you can have businesses down here and residential right here. You can do lectures right here. You can rent this out. I have 3 of them. Actually, this one, that one. Well, hold on. So I got where I'm at. I'm in that purple right. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Okay, you see that purple right here? So I own this one, that one, and that one.
Got you.
I own them 3. And we also have a mall. There's a mall. Let me see if I can go to it. So anyway, what I'm saying is, remember I said earlier about tools. It is a tool now. We can have a Moorish school. Even though we have different Moorish school online, this is Web 3, interactive, immersive, right? We can have a digital school for Moorish children, right? We can have a digital school for Moorish arts. We can have a digital school for agriculture, right? And learning, right, from each other in different communities, right? And each person that owns one of these parcels, let me fly up. You get 1 vote. You get 1 vote. So this person that owns this one, he get 1 vote, right? This person get 1 vote. I got 3 of them, so I got 3 votes. So yeah, so that means I'm more. My property is more valuable, right? And then I'm the first, so it's definitely it's gonna be valuable, right? Because I see the value of the digital world. Because just like real estate in the real world has value when it goes up, the more people that comes here, the property is going to go up. It's going to go up. But what I'm saying is, you could take the finance that you make from this. If you don't want to buy a parcel, you could become an affiliate, right? It's free to join. It's free to be the affiliate. You could be an affiliate and you can earn one of these parcels, or you could take the fiat and just bring people to this particular metaverse, right? And as they grow, the property grow, your social presence in the virtual world gets valuable, right? But what I'm saying is, there's going to be multiple micro communities within this metaverse. So what I'm saying, other virtual worlds or metaverses, they're not like I said, they land is start off at 13,000. Then you got to get your avatar, right? Then you got to get clothes. You got to get your houses, right? And then you can sell stuff or whatever, right? But here's the thing, though. This micro community, there's going to have another micro community and another micro community and another micro community. So our goal is to have 1,000 micro communities. So it could be all Moors right here in this community, which it is. It could be all Chinese people in this community. But if you're there first, right, and you have economic, which you can trade whatever you want to decide in your community, whatever you vote. So you don't have to worry about people being sexual abused or harassed or feeling in some way, because everybody up in there has to come to a town meeting. We have to vote people in. You don't just get in. You can, but we have to vote. Everybody has a vote to be like, well, we don't want no fly zone, or we just going to open it to a public on a weekend and sell our goods. Or every hour there's a no fly zone. Or all these people over here can't even come over here on certain times. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, real life scenarios
can be practiced in the metaverse. So Metaverse 5, Matrix 5 is developed by Moorish Americans, declared and proclaimed Moorish Americans. You are co-developing with Brother Morpheus L. And that's a community of NFT parcels that is a community pertaining to other declared and proclaimed Moorish Americans. That's what you're showing.
Correct, but we just don't. It's not just for Moors, but it's for Moors. Because
I'm saying what you're showing us is a community in the metaverse of Moorish Americans. That's what I was saying.
Correct. It comes to the point where, you feel me? It's gonna come to the point where we already got everything established, right?
Right.
So basically, if we got every nationality in this metaverse, right? So whatever real life practice, if we want to deal with a nation, we already got them organized. We just go to that community and have a meeting and have a conversation, right? In real time, right? And this is the malls. These are the studios, and as you can see, Moorish studio, office space. You know what I'm saying? You can have all that. And business and corporation are buying digital land like crazy. This is what, whether you want to deal with it or not, you're gonna have to deal with it. So what I'm saying, it's a tool. And I have to stress how we more say we need more schools, right? Medical schools of different skill sets, right? Now we can have a school, right? No lights, no water, a digital university, right? Also, we can have we can have a nation meeting within inside this metaverse, right? So this Moor said, well, I don't like you. I don't like, okay, now we can have a conversation with all the Moors on the planet, right? And then we can have a conversation with different nations and different communities. But this is new economics, because people that do digital art that wasn't getting paid, right? Or wasn't getting compensated, now they can draw stuff, make avatars, make clothes, make buildings, right? And get fiat, right? And now they can take care of themselves, and it's an extra income. But at the same time, if you really look at what this is, the Moors everything could be back in the Moors' hands through this, because now we don't have to worry about, well, I got to travel to this corporation to see this Moor. I got to take time off. I got to do this and all that. Now we can communicate and everything in this digital virtual world.
You can do any type of mock event in the metaverse.
Anything you want to do, but now is cost effective. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so so you're the first NFT parcel owner in the metaverse. So somebody wants to come along and have their own NFT parcel or whatever, they would come to Brother Amazight, correct? And how would they go about further obtaining their NFT parcel, provided they're interested in investing within the metaverse?
Well, they can go to my link. They can go to RG Gang on Instagram. And let me see if I can go to the website right quick. All right, let me see, Metaverse 5. Let me see. Let me see. They can go to RG Royal Gang on Instagram. I don't know if you can pull it up, but I want to show something right quick before we get there, right? We have tutorials, right? But I want you to see this land. I want to show you these other lands before we go there, brother. If I may, let me see if I can go there. Okay, these parcels are being sold, and if you want to look at the pricing, I think the pricing that's the price.
Oh yeah, y'all killing it. You get a whole parcel avatar. You can start building, and other people want just 13 racks for just a square greenery.
Just for the land. But look, as you can see these right here. This is mine. 1, 2, 3. I own these.
Got you.
Right after I brought it, listen, I was the first one. Right after I brought it, this one sold. The Moors was like, hell no. Another brother was like, hell no. And you know, this Moor was like, I want 7. And I'm like, okay. Because originally, I'll be honest with you, I brought this. This was the first one that was sold, number 3. And I was like, oh, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, shit, I got to buy 1 too. 1 and 2. But this was the first one. So that's what made me do it like that. Because I had 3, I messed up. And I had 3. So I was like, let me get 1, 2. I was going to get all of these. But it's okay because guess what? Let's say you in this community right here, right? And there's another community. You can get land up and up. But as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, I got 3 votes. So who got the popular vote? I can swing any vote about what we do in the community. You know what I'm saying? So it's a community. So it's teaching people how to utilize human rights, how to honor the freedom of being a individual, all with a nation. You're not infringing on somebody because this community, they have votes, they have meetings and stuff, right?
Well, they'll elect to have certain events or certain people to come into the community. So no, that's great. I'm glad you're showing all of this, Brother Amazight. If you could bring you back to the camera real quick.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Before we do that, see, these are the storefronts right here. So I plan on having about 7 of these storefronts. And when they get popular, right? And if you know anything about digital land and stuff, you get in there first, and then these businesses come and they want to advertise. Well, if you already got them, they have to come buy it from you. They have to come get it from you, or they have to advertise, right? But listen to what I'm saying. It's a community, so we already have these other metaverses. They wild west. This is organized. Right?
Gotcha,
it's multiple micro communities. So you might have actors in one section, you might have lawyers there, you might have people that do. So what I'm saying is we have an archive of connections and learning from individual within this metaverse. So there's a metaverse within a metaverse within a metaverse within a metaverse, because we're gonna have all these communities. Right? You see what I'm saying? So we can just say we want to deal with Chinese. Okay, well, we got to connect already, don't we? We go to communities, and then this community can do a contract with that community that affect the real world. We can do nationals over here can talk to these nationals over here. And we can have national conventions. We can actually implement these things in real time. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you can definitely make some finance if you want to do it. But if you go to I don't know if you can show my Instagram. You can definitely go to my Instagram and go to my links, and you can see.
Hey, you know what you can do? You on your phone right there, right? Hold on, let me add you first real quick. Hold on, I'll replace you right there on the spotlight. Give me 1 second. Let me replace myself, and then let me take it to you. Let me add you to the spotlight. And I think Brother Benjamin is still with us. I think Brother Sean is traveling. I think he had to go. He's about to do his thing. But let me bring Brother Benjamin in. I know he's traveling, actually.
Technically not even born.
So,
or begotten. I'm here.
Indeed, beloved. I'm still going to spotlight you and bring you in. I know Brother Sean's probably traveling towards exchange his energy for in a subcontracting situation. Let's add that.
Also, you can share the screen out your business.
Exactly. Yeah, share your screen and go to your Instagram. It'll tell you to start broadcast. Since I think you got an iPhone, so start broadcast. Yeah. Take us to your Instagram.
So I don't. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, if you go right there, and I can't see the screen, but if you go right there and you click on Metaverse 5 right here at the top, it'll bring you straight to Metaverse 5. It should bring you right there. I don't know why it's taking so long, but there you go right there.
Oh yeah, it's because you're streaming. You're streaming at the same time you're doing this, so it's all.
So once you click there, right, you can go here, and you can either go and get your parcel, right, or you can come to this menu and become a free member. You can become a free member, and as you can see right there, become a free member.
And it's the one place. Hold on, I'm going to add to your wisdom. Because it's the one place where you can do this NFT and you don't necessarily have to have digital math-based currency. You can actually transact with a card, correct?
Right. You don't have to own digital currency, but Metaverse 5 does have a digital currency. It's called M5 coins, but you don't have to. You can pay with let me go here. You can
transact with like a debit card or transact with some type of form of debit or credit card.
Right, debit, credit card, or you can do with PayPal. You can let's say I want to buy this one right here, right? And then I press on it, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you see what it say. It says pay in full or pay with payments.
Hold on, so you can either pay in full or do installments.
Yeah, you
so
can
not
do
only
payments.
is it way less than 13 racks. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? In 6
Brother
months,
Moor is definitely that's a thoughtful thing there. Can you turn your phone landscape? Will it expand landscape? Because we're just seeing portrait right now. Will it go?
No, it don't want to turn. I don't know why.
All right, no worries. I just wanted to see if we could get it all, but that's great, man. Like Brother Morpheus L had it all figured out. He's like, okay, look, you can use the digital math-based currency or what they call cryptocurrency, or you can just use what you're already used to, debit or credit or PayPal, and be able to get your NFT parcel. You know what I mean? So you guys go to Brother Amazight's Royal RG_Royal_Gang on Instagram, and you guys go and click on that Linktree link and go and check out the metaverse. See if that's what you're in. A lot of people are interested. I know they are. I know I am definitely going to take Brother Amazight up on this proposal as far as doing classes there in one of his NFT parcels. Shout out to the Moors out there that it just, it happened all at one time, man. Shout out to I don't even know if I want to say the brother Appalachian, because it's just, it's like I was given this digital math-based currency. It was donated to us, so I'm not going to say what it is, but it so I know that once we do what we do with the math-based currency that has been gifted to us, we'll be able to leverage that.
Well, put it like this. In that community, whatever we want to make a scene of currency, right? Whatever we agree on in that community, right? Let's say we make up our own coin, right? In that metaverse, that could be digital currency that represent a real life product in the world, right? Or we barter or trade, right? And it becomes popular, and we can take that same idea in the real world, but go with the theme of cryptocurrency, right?
Right.
And make it valuable amongst us Moors or our community members. It's a whole game changer. You see what I'm saying? But I have to stress this. It's a tool. Now you can't. Now is no excuse. Well, like this brother named last name Johnson. Oh, I'm going to build a school. I need X amount of dollars. When they had schools that was vacant for $1, well, now no excuse, Moors. Now we can have a digital school for our children. Now we can designate some Moors, right? That's teachers, right? And now we have established Aboriginal Indigenous, right? Because we read the rights of Indigenous people, right? It's in there to have our own culture, right? Now that curriculum cannot be challenged by anybody on the planet, right? Because we have the right to what? Other media, Metaverse 5, traditional or non-traditional Aboriginal Indigenous, right? Right? And now we can learn in real time. All we need is a lab. All you need is a laptop a tablet, a phone, and an internet connection. You can go to the library. Also, Metaverse 5, what we intend to do, I'm not at liberty right now to say things, but we're gonna make sure every melanated person gets a laptop and internet connection.
Gotcha.
So now we all can learn in real time concept the same thing. It's a tool. We can have a Moorish temple. The sky's a limit, and it's a practice. Now, once we perfect it in the digital world, remember, it's a tool. We can perfect it, and we know who is who and what is what in the real world. Now, watch this. Here's another thing, guys. You know how they say real ID or whatever? There's a thing called a blockchain. A blockchain is basically you putting something on a record. We can declare our nationality and have our own jackets, our own IDs within the metaverse, right? And declare our nationality on a blockchain. Now that's a record on a blockchain every more. So you don't have to be like, oh, we did a petition. Now we actually can be who and what we are in a digital form, and it will hold weight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this then. Maybe I just had to say it. Shout out to Brother Walter Bey. Like, I'm gonna keep it a band, like, because Moors do have more coin, and you said we have the M5 coin as far as what Brother Morpheus has developed, or you had assisted in developing there. So there's obviously the mindset in exchanging some form of bridge, which we call currency, in order to be able to get there. That's why it's like, for me, when you introduced it to me, and when Brother Walter, shared that Moor coin, and just gifting us, you know what I mean, what he had as far as Moor coin, so that we can go further in our endeavors here at Seven Hill Star. It's just really like, I'm like, all right, man, for me, everything is conversion. And how do I just want to take everything that we doing in the metaverse, convert it into tangibility out here. Like you said, we use the metaverse as a tool to do mock events that pertain to real life. And then, me, my thing is just going to always be like nutrient rich soil.
But it breaks the communication value. It breaks the communication up. Like, there's no, you can't run anymore. You can't say we can't have a conversation amongst us, then step out in the world to be like, okay, well, these is our speakers, right? These are the people that's going to represent us. You see what I'm saying? These are the people that's what do you call them? What do you call these women that brings babies? Forgive me.
Like surrogates or something?
Yeah, midwives.
Oh, midwives. Okay, got you.
Right. These are the sisters that does that. You see what I'm saying? Now we can be organized in the metaverse and have that connection, and we can easily identify and pull from that. Like I explained to the Moor, like I brought to you, I said, look, trucking is the only physical business that it don't require too much education, right? It is a skill, but it's the quickest way to obtain fiat to fund other Moorish businesses, right?
Yes. Yeah,
this is like Metaverse 5. So if you got a trucking company, but your passion is cooking, well, your cooking will always have a investor by having a trucking company that's going to make more than your restaurant, because nowadays you got to come out with some sanitizing, some kind of mobile, some kind of program to get it to the food to the people, right? So while you create that and figuring that out, you got a truck that's making fiat for you. And some Moors be like, well, we're not in the business to collect fiat. It's not about that. It's a tool. The fiat is a tool. It's a tool. Everything is a tool. It's a tool to help us get stronger. You know what I'm saying? We got Moorish American Week, right? Noble Ali Day. We supposed to be funding these parades.
We supposed to have scholarships in order, you know what I mean, for other Moorish American children to further their things, like how.
What they do though, it's called indigenous scholarship, but we don't take advantage of that.
Got you.
We don't take advantage of them indigenous scholarships. They have them out there.
I mean, I gotta admit, you know, through me, of course, because you know it is what it is. But you know, with whatever I have is Seven Hill Star. You know, as my bros has, it's like just getting a scholarship for, you know, OPA and getting basically a full scholarship.
But that what you talking about should have already been in place before we came out of mama womb.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
You see what I'm saying? It should have, and it's like these Moors that we come in contact, and I'm not the type of Moor to be bashing y'all, but I'm gonna tell you real run up close.
Right.
Our mom didn't do it. Our mom, in my case, my mom already, I came out knowing I was Moor. But what I'm saying was she did a lot of stuff, right? Our parents didn't do what we were supposed to do, and their parents before them didn't do what they were supposed to do. And their parents. So when are we gonna stop playing these little reindeer games and stop passing the ball and say, well, we can't do this because of this? Now we got the metaverse, so it's no damn excuse now. At least they have a communication, right? Correct. And now we can support these brothers like you, other brothers and sisters that's doing good work. Like we need, if you're a Moor, right? Look at y'all looking at the news channel, right? I look at Seven Hill Star is the damn news. It's the astrology. So if it's Moorish, right, in tradition and customs, that should be a thing. That should be everything should have everything news related, right? Everything news related should be on that type of platform coming from that particular brothers and sister skill set. Whereas that, and if you look at my social media, I put out different content for different people, but if you read it, it says dispense the information to the people correctly in real time. Up to date stuff, not that old stuff. So every Moor that I share or I show you is like these are the Moors, not knocking what other Moors doing, but I'm keeping you relevant and I'm putting stuff up there that maybe it can help you, jog you, and this is what's going on. You know, don't forget the old stuff, but we still gotta be industrial and innovative. You know what I'm saying? And level up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this movement, and I'm not here to get finances, but all of y'all Moors that people gonna say something about this, I really don't care. But we've been playing it the wrong way. We haven't got our economics together. We can talk about spiritual, we can talk about concept, you can win in courtrooms and all that bullshit. You can apply your knowledge, but how are we gonna feed ourselves? How are we gonna do business as not just individuals, as a whole? Like, stop thinking about individual as a whole. There's Cujo, there's Cosmo, L doing great work. There's Rami, I forgot his the light-skinned Rami, not the other Rami, not the hip-hop one. The other Rami in Khalifa territory, he's doing stuff. There's other Moors doing stuff. How do we help them? How do we help them do more? Because they only limited. But if we come together and pull our resources, I've seen unconscious Moor go on TikTok and give 5 Federal Reserve notes to each other, and they share their wealth. It's no excuse as Moor. So what I'm saying, we've been playing the game wrong. We didn't strengthen. When we strengthen our income, Nawab Ali said we can't be a begging nation. We can't be a begging nation. So yeah, we get restitution and reparations, but let's strengthen us. Let's support our Moor businesses. Let's innovate, right? On top of that, let's have our Noble Jew Ali Day, a big thing like these other LBG, all these other organizations. The Asian organization got their little parade. There's the Mexican organization. They got their parade. They stopped. You know, what about us? On top of that, well, we be like, oh, well, where our army at? Why don't we create a private security force, right? A private security force and reserve our rights and get whatever licenses or whatever, right? To protect our people, our business, our interests.
Well, again,
so
what you're speaking to, and to add to your wisdom And not to be, you know, because you on fire, but I don't want you to give it all to him like that, bro. I'm gonna wrap it up.
You know,
I know how
give
you
it to
get.
the people, bro.
You turning it up. I'm gonna say the answer to all your questions that you just now asked within the last 10 to 15 seconds is really based on the people having a sincere meeting in their heart with what we have had a sincere meeting with. Even though we got these blog talks and these YouTube videos and these DVDs back at the time before people started consistently streaming video, you know what I mean? It really all started with, for us, like, even though we got the lectures and stuff, you and I are both students of Moor's Heritage and History School.
Correct.
Correct. So we all have gotten our documentation after sincere study pertaining to astrology, civics, jurisprudence. We have our nationality card, our travel document, and our student card, which also makes us teachers also for Moor's Heritage and History School. You know what I'm saying? By way of going through rvbaypublications.com. I'm not, you know me, I'm not promoting websites as much as we're just telling where we've been, where our footprints are in the sand. All righty. And since that's the case, you know, that people can, you know, intuit and see the insight from themselves, see what we're actually saying and doing. And we're basically like, you know, go and check the stuff. That's why I didn't mind showing all your receipts, you know what I mean? Because we already know, you know, when it comes to, you know, this digital work, I mean, myself, I manifested in 84. In 15, when I was 15 for me in high school wasn't, 15 for me in high school wasn't working on, you know, land conveyances, fixing engines and carburetors. We were designing websites.
Right.
We were learning HTML coding at Baltimore City College High School.
Coding.
You know what I mean?
That's what I came up coding. C+ certification. We was in DOS mode.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, on Tandy Rolex. What is that? Microsoft Word. Reader Rabbit. That's the stuff. You know, you and I came off like really in DOS mode. Not none of this. Picture user friendly. You had to learn how to DOS.
Yeah, you had to learn how to code. Not only that, we were still like, because by the time I was in 12th grade, because 10th grade we're designing websites. By the time I'm in 12th grade, our final paper in media class was on the matrix and breaking it down and things like that. So I had to learn things about the camera. This is Baltimore City College High School, right? Go Knights, right? As they say, right? Class of 02 or whatever. So with that being said or whatever, not promoting, you know, Rockefeller and Henry T. Gates, you know, indoctrination systems. However, I was able to extract from that because of the way I studied to see what I needed to learn. And luckily, Miss Lee, shout out to Miss Lee, who worked for Maryland Public Television for over 20-something years, was the one that actually gave us everything that we needed to know what we needed to know about cinematography, doing commercials, doing short films, all these things, because this lady worked for Maryland Public Television, right? So she's our teacher, though, during the daytime at, you know, BCC High School. So it's like, with that being said, it's like I recognize the reason why we're even doing what we're doing now in our late 30s and 40s is not based on anything other than like when our parents or grandparents had home economics in high school. And so they learned how to be Susie Home Baker and Mr. Fix-It Felix and stuff. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? That we didn't, that's not what they had for us. They had for us computer, learn how to do this software. Hey, you know how to record, you know how to record this music, you know how to record this video. That's what I got.
When I got in high school,
15,
all that
16 and 17.
That was over when I got in. The only thing they had in high school that was like that was left over from that era, because my mom said she used to smoke in high school. They only had home ec. They had stopped the mechanic school.
Or they stopped shop. Got you.
Yeah, shop. They stopped all that. It was all about computer. It was all
here,
about.
Hold on. Here near the Maryland State Republic, near the Baltimore Corporation, I will say Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School, what they call MERVO. MERVO is the vocational technical school near what they call the East Side or whatever, that will still at some point in time was doing that to kind of still give mechanics, auto mechanics, electricity, different things like that. They were still doing that in, I think, 2002, honestly, around the corner from us, where Baltimore City College High School is a civics-based high school dealing with law and humanity and the community and stuff like that. That's what that high school was. Where the rivals, Polytechnic, Polytechnical Institute, they're the scientists. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Here to the Baltimore Corporation, they actually have different curriculums because Frederick Douglass High School was supposed to be where all the musicians come out of. It's in the hood. So it was kind of hard to really focus, but they got one of the best music programs. You see what I'm saying? I think when it came to like work development and community service, that was like Walbrook High School. So there were awesome curriculums here near the Baltimore City Corporation, but due to the conditions of people not being national, so they don't have the stability in mind to maintain what the curriculum is actually trying to produce in the community, it went to shit. So that's what I wanted to add to your wisdom. I yield, bro.
Yeah, it's sad. Like nationality, when you find out who and what you are, it adds to the situation. It don't take from that. It gives you more tools. You know what I mean? It opened up to a path that you've been walking every day, and it's finally somebody come and just wipe, and you like, oh, there's another path. Like I don't have to go that way anymore. I have options. I can choose if I want to keep going that way, go that way, shortcut, or whatever. And like I said, when I was coming up in school, they had these things about computers. When I was coming up, you know what my mama gave us? We was the first person in the hood with a computer and the whole encyclopedia of globe and maps. That's it. And before I can go to that computer, I had to study everything in the encyclopedia.
That's how it was in my house. I ain't gonna front. My mama and my great grandmother made sure at 11 years old I had a full Britannica, bro. So yeah,
but I'm talking about the. We ain't talking about this new stuff.
I'm talking about book
thick
1,
ones.
book 2, book 3, book 4. I'm talking about A and then B and then C through CLU and then CLU to D, and then I'm talking about the volumes.
Right, the volumes, like the volumes, man. So when I see metaverse and all that, and I'm still in the flesh, it's like this is a dream opportunity, and I wanted the way. I'm like, damn, what can we use to push the movement? And believe it or not, guys, where they going at? If you see these old movies, the people that utilize technology, they become quadrillionaires and trillionaires, right? Pretty soon, if you don't make $1 million in Federal Reserve notes, right? And listen to what I'm saying. It's a tool. Just listen to me. It's a tool. I ain't like, I want me to give out everything. But what I'm saying is, oh my God, I don't know. Am I back? I'm back. Okay. What I'm saying is a tool.
No, you good, brother. Amazight. I already said. I'm just trying to get my peers. Yeah, I already communicated that, and I comprehend. I'm patient with brother Amazight.
It's a tool. It's a tool, right? But if you don't be making millions, right?
Yes, bro.
You don't go along with this program, right? You're gonna have to use it anyway. You're gonna fall by the wayside. You're not gonna be in tune. And then if something's going wrong, when you build a relationship with people in the metaverse, just like you build a relationship on Instagram and all these other platforms, you're gonna know what's going on right then and there. Right then and there, they can show you like, look. And then I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna yield the floor. You know how they got all these platforms? You get shadow banned, right, and blocked out. And sometimes Moors, a lot of times, 90% of Moors, we don't even put everything out that we know. That's a personal conversation, right? Now in the Metaverse 5, you don't have to worry about getting shadow banned. You don't have to worry. You could actually have these conversations within your house and lock it up and have these conversations. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can actually have these conversations now. Think about this. You don't have to be shadow banned anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I guess part
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to cue in Brother Sean. I don't know if his camera is on. Brother Sean, I'm trying to add you to the spotlight, brother, but it looks like I can't. So, because I don't even see the choice for it. I'm trying to make sure who's still a host over here. I'm still a host over here, right? It looks like it.
Yeah, you still got yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was just trying to add him to it, but obviously I can't because it's just not giving me the choice. But Brother Benjamin's in here.
Yeah, that's why I'm listening in the background.
I'm a yield with that, but I want you to know I have always
Yeah, that's Brother Benjamin's background. You good. Thanks, Brother Benjamin. Go ahead.
I'm
We listening to you, Brother
always
Amazight.
about breaking the stereotype and using the tools and not, a lot of people like, oh, I don't want to do this. Listen, they got dirty Moors that I study. And guess what? I eat the fish and chew the damn bones out. Don't mean I'm going kumbaya with him. You see what I'm saying? But if you have a concept that works, right? I'm gonna study it. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna study it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I give him fiat for it. And then I find the holes in it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I could use that. Let me remix this. There's different things, but I can't give it to y'all all right now. I can go on for days and stuff, but
yeah, but we about to yell. Come on, wrap it up, bro. Because I want them to get to know who you are once they reach out to you on your Instagram. And I ain't gonna front my people just call, so I know we gotta wrap the impromptu improv up. But Amazight, look, bro.
Hey, it's cool, man. You got any last questions or whatever? Just fire. But I yield the floor. I appreciate this opportunities. Shout out to Prophet Noble Dry Lee. Shout out to all the ancestors. Yes. The Amazight Bey show is definitely back on. The podcast is on. You can go to find me, RG Royal Gang. All my links is in the bio. You can Google go watch the Amazight Bey show. You can Google it. But you can find me on Instagram, right? And the Instagram is my medium. My medium is kind of like the hub to everything. Or
yes,
you can go to Instagram, click on Metaverse 5, and you can talk to me there too. Because every day we in there, like I said, I am on the staff. I am a stakeholder. I am a trustee. I am a user, and there's other Moors that's up in there, and we working to see what works and what don't work. So that's what I got going on. And I'm just doing my part, man. I'm just an active Moor that's doing his part. But all the things I spoke to and talked about is a tool. So don't be afraid, man, to evolve. It's tools. And I'm gonna leave you with this. If you don't see value in the Metaverse 5 as just an application to have a Moorish school, then I don't think you conscious. I don't really think you conscious. If you're not looking at just that one, just to have a Moorish school for Moorish children. Yes, they can learn the same thing at the same time. I yield the floor with that.
I'm gonna add to your wisdom on this. Lastly, man, look, Brother Amazight, we've known each other, as you guys can see, for well over 6 years. All righty. And I will say, with Brother Walter Bey being so kind and his donation in more coins, so to speak, it's like, I don't know nothing about this digital stuff, man, digital wallets and all this stuff or whatever. I let Brother Amazight know what's going on after he invites me to a metaverse meeting with him and Brother Morpheus L. And Brother Amazight is the first one. Is like, yo, you got cold wallet? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I think I do or whatever. So shout out to Brother Amazight gifting me my first cold wallet. I'm telling you, like, because I didn't know, but now I have like a Ledger Nano X because of Brother Amazight, man. I mean, he didn't hesitate. He like, man, you gonna get into this stuff, man. You can actually pull your NFTs and your digital currencies, put it in a cold wallet, X, Y, and Z or whatever. So I went on a digital math-based currency school for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, man. Y'all had me studying stuff, man. I'm doing astrology in one moment, reading law books in another moment, reading the trustee handbook, and then I'm doing like ICT training to make sure I study the Forex stuff, and then I'm looking at this other stuff because I'm not really trading or doing these things, but you know me, I like to know the knowledge, so just in case I gotta press that button and use it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I know what to do for real, you feel me? But Brother Amazight, man, honors, as you said, the Prophet Noble Dry Lee, man. I tip my feds to you, brother. That's why I wanted to make sure that I showed your receipts in this presentation, because you have done sincere work. You see what I'm saying? You have done really awesome and great things, and it's good for people during this, as they call Pale History Month, to get some real world history, during this month. So Brother Amazight, thank you so much. Thank you for being sincere, staying sincere. This is not the last time you're going to be joining us on 7 Hill Star. as far as impromptu improv, because there is a lot more that you got to share. So maybe we can do a part 2, because on the 18th we should be having Brother Cujo Adwell L come on. So that's 2 Fridays from now. So either we can get both of y'all in, or I just give Brother Cujo his time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you yours, and then maybe we can part 2 with both of y'all. And maybe we can bring on some more of those Moors. Like, maybe we can get Brother Set and Raw in. I'm talking about bring some of that stuff from them brothers that's, you know, that's older than us, that we was watching, you know, shooting. We like, man, we try to play with you. And they like, no, shorty, stay on the court, but then they let us run with them. You know what I'm saying?
They let us run with them though. They let us run.
Yeah,
with
they
them.
did,
Like
yo,
said,
and they do.
You know,
they did, and they do. Look, like Cujo said, draw them in the deep end. They'll be fine. Kick your feet. You'll be fine.
Yeah, man. That's dope.
So, man, I wanted to say thank you to all my brothers. I know my brothers is moving and traveling. So, Brother Benjamin, Brother Sean, thank you so much. My people just got here, bro. Man. So, yeah, indeed. I'm going to make sure this thumbnail right here, because this is classic. Make sure that when I go to do the thumbnail for the YouTube channel or whatever, man, that I really highlighted you. I really wanted to get just you, Brother Amazight, for real. Maybe I can find some other pictures, but I'm definitely going to use this right here, because this is classic. Okay. This is classic. I'm talking about what you see right now on your phone, these 3 screens. This would be perfect, because me and my brothers are always at the bottom of the thumbnail, so that you can who's associated with this. Yeah. But I trust, hey guys, Instagram, RG_Royal_gang. Check Brother Amazight out. I'm telling you, this brother, to me, he's the kind of guy that you come to his garden and you just see like a few lettuce and a few, you know, tomatoes, and you like, that's all he got. But you ain't know he had a whole storehouse back here full of harvest. You see what I'm saying? But you saw was him go, hey, look, man, look at my land. You're like, yo, it's only like a tomato plant or 2 and some lettuce. What is that, man? What is that? And then it's like, and then Amazight would be like, oh, so that's all you think it is? And then you know, he'll go about it like, well, yo, we about to go eat, man. You want something to eat? Hey, look, do me a favor. Can you go over there in that storehouse and grab as many tomatoes as you like, man? We're gonna make some spaghetti. And then they go and open the storehouse and the tomato.
Right. Exactly.
That's how it is. I ain't gonna front, yo, Brother Amazight be talking to me. Yeah, yo, you know, I got something, you hear me, like a little bit. I'd be like, what you got? And then he'll be like, yo, just come to this meeting. It's just a little something. I come to the meeting and I'm floored. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are you into, Amazight?
Bro.
You were so cavalier about introducing it to me. You should have said, hey, man, this is going to be history in the making, yo, and I want you to be a part of it. And I'm just like, what? He doesn't present it like that. He presents it like, hey, man, you want to take a ride to me? Go get some, you know, get some red plum Snapple or some shit, or Nantucket Nectar. Like, are you serious? That's not just a Nantucket Nectar trip, bro. Like, that's a history in the making trip. Like,
hey, man, I appreciate you, man. But yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be, man. It really does, man, because you and other Moors I've been around, I mean, that's how it is, you know. When I come around y'all, you know what I'm saying? When I call you up, you be like, damn, okay. You know, hey, Hasan, I need this right now because I don't have the time to do this. You be like, oh, I'll give you a whole drive. You know what I'm saying? And that's the practice amongst, you know, the Moors that's what
we developed over these last 6-7 years, man. Responding to ourselves in sincerity, yo, knowing that it's paying it forward to come back some kind of way. Like, that's really what it is.
Right.
For real. Brother Amazight, we appreciate you. I'm gonna say namaste, but I'm gonna let you close out, bro.
Hey, man, peace, love, man. Man, make sure you check this channel out. Make sure you check all these brothers out. Make sure you learn about your birth chart. Also, it don't cost nothing to support somebody. You hear what I'm saying? It costs nothing to support somebody. So, share this broadcast, like it, comment. If you're negative, put it in their DMs. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it on a platform. But I'm Amazight Bey. I'm the worst speaker and the worst entertainer. I would only speak true, and just keep being active, man, and keep evolving to the next level. And don't let nobody tell you different and affect your character just because they think Moors is a clubism. No, I'm a Moor by blood. So it don't matter what I do in my personal capacity, my business capacity, I'm a Moor by blood only. So that's it, man.
All of y'all, thank you so much, Brother Benjamin, Brother Sean, Brother Corey, Brother Terrell. I know that that's the whole firm squad. Namaste, Brother Amazight Bey. Islam, peace.
Islam, peace.
Peace.